All right, so I'm now joined by Martha Kerubo Marwa, the Amani National Congress Women Representative candidate for Kajiado County, to tell us more about her bid and what is rather foreign ground for her. Welcome, Martha. Many thanks for joining us on Morning Express.
Thank you.
So earlier on, I painted a picture to our viewers. You come from Kisii County.
Yep.
And you're running for a woman representative seat in Kajiado County.
Yes.
Why not hometown, not your home ground?
I'm a resident from Kajiado County. I've been living there, I've been working there, I've been assisting people in the society within Kajiado County. That is where I'm known well. That is where I'm able to give back to the society. Yes.
What would you say is the nature of Kajiado politics in terms of voting lines? Is it mostly party-based or personality-based? Again, Kenya, a lot of voting along ethnic lines. How is it there?
In Kajiado County, what happened in 2013 is not likely to happen in 2017. Dynamics have changed. People on the ground are not for the party six-piece kind of voting. They would like to vote as per the leader and what they want from that leader.
Right.
As per what the leader has shown them, her or his manifesto. That is the kind of leadership they want. They're not voting on party lines. That one they've already made it very clear, be it from the urban concentrated areas, that is Kajiado, East, Kitengela area, Ngong, Rongai. Yeah.
Right, and I'm sure it's not that easy because right now there's a lot of odds stacked against you. One, you don't come, or you were not born in Kajiado County, you come from Kisii County. Secondly, you're running on an ANC ticket, and Kajiado County has traditionally been billed as a Jubilee stronghold. What is the reception there to you? I
would like to make one thing clear. Kajiado County is not a Jubilee stronghold. Kajiado County is mostly on a NASA zone. You talk about NASA, people will listen to you. Talk about Jubilee, people will be like, oh, this is the right person you want. Kajiado, let me assure you, it is purely a NASA zone.
What makes you say that? I mean, considering the traditional, historic kind of voting that we've seen from there.
What happened? Fine, currently we do have an Diem governor, and most of the MCs were Jubilee. That is why I'm telling you that dynamics do keep on changing. As in 2013, people voted, suit. And the kind of leader they wanted was ODM.
Right.
And so many MCs who came in were Jubilee, but that does not necessarily mean that Kajiado County is a Jubilee zone.
All right, so let's focus now on zone. So that's a swing vote area. All right, so let's focus on Martha Kerubo Marwa's vision for the people of Kajiado when you clinch this position.
Once I clinch the position of the women rep in Kajiado County, I have so much to do for these people to ensure that, especially the women, my slogan comes out very clear that empower women, turn around the economy. Empower the youth, turn around the economy. We would like to see the quality of life for the women in Kajiado County, especially the locals, improve from the mud houses to better quality houses. We would like to see that the youth who are much more engaged in Moranism and herding of cattle, hence increasing the illiteracy in Kajiado County. For example, like right now, we do have an illiteracy rate of 35%, and nationally, we do have 28.6%. So you see,
it's rather high.
Yeah,
but how do you plan to change that?
So it is first by going down to the ground and talking to the youth, telling the parents the importance of education, and much more, the reason why these people are engaged in Moranism and herding of the cattle is because of there is no water. So these people, they're forced to leave their home, their town or their homes to go and look for feed for their cattle. So if we come up with a way of solving water problems by harnessing water, by having so many more boreholes, and probably even do the grass planting. It has happened in Ilbilsil town. We've seen some people coming up with so many water boreholes, around 3 in an acreage of 1,000, and grass is grown. And this is achievable. It is not beyond the mark. It is something that can be achieved. Yeah, can be achieved.
Why do you think the current woman representative, Mary Senator, was not able to achieve that?
Let me say...
Or has she been able to achieve that, even to a slight advantage? Maybe I should ask that first.
The current women rep, Mary Senator, she did her part. And having the women rep position was the first time that it was included in 2013, we can see that the performance of women reps in the whole country was not that excellent. It was dismal. Now, because probably those who went in, they didn't really get to understand, or they were fighting, the teething problems of coming up with a position. So we believe that those of us who want to come in the 2017 elections, we are determined, we know what we want to defend the seat of the women rep, and we are focused. Personally, I'm very focused to ensure that we deliver, we perform, we protect that position of the women rep.
Right. Now, why do you think, like you just said, many or most of the women representatives in the country did not perform very well, your sentiments, but why do you feel that was? Is it because of that competition you're talking about, or is it because of a lack of understanding, even among them, of what the role of a woman representative is?
Like I said, it is about the teething problem, because I believe they also had a challenge to fight for their space. Being that you're trying to, Kenya is number 100 in women represented in parliament globally. So there is that. I cannot really say that they didn't know what they were doing. They knew, but they've created the path. They've made it easy for us, and I believe we shall be able to take the women represented in parliament to another higher level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, and I ask this question for every woman rep candidate or aspirant who comes here. What is the mandate of a woman representative? Because many of them will be championing, will have projects to do with women and youth. Is that all?
No.
Or are those the only constituents that a woman representative represents?
Nope. That's why I'm saying we are going in to do much more. As much as our main mandate, it's just like any other parliamentary and legislative oversight and representation. Then the rest, it depends with someone's ability. Like, personally, I have experience in the banking sector, in managerial level. I have an experience in leadership in the different community, in the different group setups within the Kajiado County, whereby we are able to start several things like circles, self-help groups. I believe once we get there, and it depends with someone's vision, someone's oomph and ability to go forward and ensure that the purpose she got this seat for, the purpose for which she was elected, she achieves this. But like personally, I'm very sure that if I get in as a women rep of Kajiado County, the kind of things I've seen happen on the ground, whereby, like I talked of illiteracy, health, if we get the right person who gets into this position, when you go out there benchmarking, come in with more ideas, implement them. The difference we have between what you're supposed to do and implementing this thing is either, let me say, lack of bridging, a way of doing things that can ensure that what you have at point A and what you have at point B is implemented.
The same thing, yeah. But what then gives you an advantage over the other aspirants or candidates in Kajiado County? And there are quite a few. What gives you an advantage?
Oh, now, Kajiado County is a cosmopolitan town. 70% of the voters are non-locals. And by the dynamics that are going on right now on the ground, as a woman, and the kind of manifesto which I have, when I sell it to the people, they feel this is the right woman rep they have who can represent them, who can articulate their issues, their interest, and be able to deliver for them. They have seen my performance in the different capacities while I was working in the back. By the way, the locals are the migrants or the non-locals are the ones who called me and requested if I can represent them as a women rep. Personally, yes, I had that vision of becoming a politician, and I had consented because I know I have done it for them. I've assisted in various capacities by giving food, fighting for their space.
So you do have quite a bit of a track record for them to look at. But being a woman, and this being also your first stab at politics, so to speak, I'm sure there's a lot of apprehension, even before you got into the campaign trail, in terms of the ground, the campaign ground for women. What has been your experience? Is it a level ground? Is it getting better for women in the political arena?
Yes, I can say it is getting better because we have even men who are saying we need more women into parliament. And we have that political goodwill.
If we have a political goodwill, why has it been so hard to implement the 2/3 gender rule? Many say it is lack of political will.
Wow. Let me say, with the right people in parliament, and we are requesting the public to kindly vote for more women wherever there is a woman on the ballot paper, be it an MP, be it a governor. Women, we are more in the country of Kenya. We are the people who vote in, the people who go to parliament. Women, let us not fight against one another. Like we said in Mama 2017, personally, I'm encouraging women, the only way we can defend this seat, let us not fight one another. The woman is there as a governor we have several women who've already passed through.
Filled that position, yes.
Yeah. So kindly, women, let us vote for our fellow women, be it the MP position, be it the MCA positions, be it the governor position. Me personally, I'm encouraging the women, you get a name of a woman on the ballot paper, kindly, I'm requesting.
Vote for them. But of course, you have to vote for track record and the issues that they're putting out. And even as the 2/3 gender rule, we continue to champion for that and champion for more women in elective seats. There's been this criticism that this particular position of woman representative is pointless, so to speak. Woman representative and member of county assembly, there are those who feel that these positions should be scrapped and women should run for elective seats with the rest for the other positions. Your thoughts on that?
Can you remember your name? You see?
Michelle.
Michelle, you didn't tell me your name. Michelle, let me tell you this. Women, we have the ability to deliver. We manage homes, isn't it? Women who've been participating in CEO positions, and there are very many you can check, they've been able to deliver. Women, we cannot be compromised. Corruption is so much in our country, Kenya. We won't go to bust to be compromised on delivery.
Right, but the question is, this particular position of woman representative, what is the difference between that and the position of a member of parliament? It is a position in contest and not really in contention and not really the role of women in politics.
You see, the position of the women, it was created for the purpose of ensuring that we have more women in parliament, isn't it? And I don't see the reason why it should be scraped off. If I go back to your initial question, this position, let it continue being there. It is the only way we can be able to mold more women come into politics and give them more confidence, it gives the women a chance to articulate and to show that they're able to perform. I know, and I'm very sure, it is, okay, fine, as much as we do have the political goodwill of women coming in more into politics, the very few who are against us, I know we can be able to overshadow them. Yeah.
All right, and lastly, do you think you're going to set up precedents now where we have more and more politicians contesting for elective seats outside their home turf?
Come up again.
Sitting a precedent, because you're contesting for a seat in Kajiado, you come from Kisii County. Are we likely to see a trend being created here with more and more leaders moving away from their home ground and vying for a seat in a completely different area?
My friend, this is happening. It has happened in. We have this lady Lucy. She's not an indigenous of it's Scotland or wherever. She's not an indigenous of that country, but she's been able to rise up even to become a
senator.
She's a senator
in Australia.
In
right.
Australia, yes. Thank you for reminding me. This is happening. These things are changing. We are not remaining in the old age. And wherever people are is where they can be able to deliver. You tell me to go back to Kisii, you tell me go back to where I'm married in Nyamira. Kindly, that is not constitutional at the first place. And there is a gap. Fine, I agree, there's a gap between the constitution and the reality of the ground. Because we find that the constitution allows people to buy land anywhere in the country. The constitution allows people to settle, to vie, to vote. When it comes to the people wanting, these people they call the non-locals, they want their votes, but they do not want them to lead.
That is something that you're trying to bridge a gap, seemingly.
Which can be bridged either by the legislation. The people will go in as parliamentarians to legislate this matter, to ensure that there is a bridge between what is in the Constitution and
the
what is
reality
happening on the ground.
All right, thank you so much.
And with ANC, we would like to see, Musele is a very good leader. You asked me about ANC. He's the best candidate that we do have, who is a unifying factor in the NASA fraternity. We are campaigning for Raila or Raila. We are saying, vote for Raila, number 1 option. Vote for Raila, number 2 option. Vote for Raila, number 3 option.
All right, thank you so much, Martha Kerubo Maro. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
And for me in Kajiado, I'm kindly requesting the Kajiado people vote for Martha Kerubo Maro. She'll be able to add value to the people of Kajiado, to the youth, to the women, and you won't regret voting for Martha Maro on 8th of August 2017.
All right, that is Martha Maro Kerubo running for the Women Representative seat in Kajiado County under the ANC ticket. And of course, she comes from Kisii County, so campaigning there on foreign ground, so to speak. An interesting precedents that are being set, but that conversation brings us to a close here on Morning Express. Thank you for staying with us for the past 4 hours. We'll do this again tomorrow, and of course, we could